My name is Jason Demkowski. Initially, I came to see Dr. Maykel for specific medical problems that I really didn't know what they were. You know, I knew I was sick, I was getting worse, and nobody could tell me what was going on. The symptoms and pain that I was experiencing, they were severe. You know, nothing like I've felt before. I was severely fatigued, I was losing weight, had night sweats, I had a mental fog that was unexplainable. I couldn't comprehend things, and I was just completely out of it. As far as those conditions affecting my life, at the time I was working my primary job and started my remodeling business. I went on full disability. I couldn't work. I couldn't take care of myself, let alone my family, for the whole day. I couldn't get out of bed. I was experiencing the symptoms for about 6 months prior to coming to see Dr. Maykel. Before I came to see Dr. Maykel, I had initially started out with my general practitioner. They ran a gamut of tests on me, but immediately diagnosed me with Lyme disease. I had no signs of a bite, I had no rash, no bullseye. They were pumping me with antibiotics that we came to find out were for dying AIDS patients and to treat gangrene. It deprived my body of oxygen, my skin, my face turned blue. My eyes were getting sucked into the back of my head. From that point, we went to see specialists. We saw a cancer specialist. I had, at 30 years old, a colonoscopy. I had other bone tests. I had a spinal tap before all of this. Then I went and saw an infectious disease specialist who looked at me and right away said he didn't know what was happening with me, but wanted to take blood tests and do samplings. His thought was that I had HIV or AIDS. And he basically looked at me and said, you know, you're dying, but we don't know what to do or what it is. On our first visit to come see Dr. Maykel, we spent 5.5 hours with him. He evaluated me. He asked me to bring all my medical records. He reviewed all of those, ran some tests, NMS tests, to see what was helping my body or hurting my body. He saw what my body was depleted of. After the initial visit, I came in and visited Dr. Maykel again. He realized that it could possibly be an environmental poisoning. Dr. Maykel realized that I was in a work environment where they quarantined the place with pesticides. It was directly affecting me. My immune system was really not even functioning anymore. My body was just failing. My kidneys weren't functioning properly. My liver wasn't functioning properly. I had a thing called leaky gut, where whatever I took into my body wasn't being processed properly, and the toxins were going into my body. With the diagnosis of a leaky gut and other problems that my body was going through, it was really due to the kinesiology that Dr. Maykel practices. I can remember him taking magnets and vials of different foods and items and placing them on my stomach, and with my body's energy determining what was hurting my body or helping my body, or what my body was depleted of. It was something completely new to me, what was good with my body, what my body lacked, and what was harming my body. With the diagnosis of a leaky gut, Dr. Maykel treated me with supplements of minerals, vitamins that my body was depleted of, and eliminating things that I was taking in that were becoming toxic to me, as far as sugars that my body was building high amounts of mold from. I had detox drinks, which were all supplements, natural vitamins, mineral supplements. With the treatments Dr. Maykel gave me, upon the first meeting, I felt a difference. That initial visit turned me around. I could feel, with his chiropractic adjustments, with the kinesiology that he gave me, the mental fog that I had, everything seemed to start lifting. I had deep depression. The worst part about it, my oldest son, at 5 at the time, came up to me when I was lying in bed one day, and I can remember he grabbed my arm, he put his hand on my arm and said, "Daddy, why are you dying?" So that led into severe depression. After the first visit, I had hope. I felt like somebody was listening, somebody was cared. It took several weeks before I became strong enough to do normal day activities. I would say 4 to 5 weeks before I could just carry on with life. It took a couple months to get back to 100%, but at that point I felt better than I ever had. I had my strength back, the mental fog was gone, I was able to return back to work and start providing for my family again. I feel like Dr. Maykel is unique with his approach to medicine by really, one, getting to know his patient, taking the time to evaluate and see what is really causing the illness or the problem, to not just jump to an easy solution or medicine or antibiotics that I had experienced with all the other specialists. He looks deep into the problem and wants to make a lifetime fix for you. Along with the treatment that Dr. Maykel has given to me, I've brought my children to see him with their growing pains, with headaches, chronic headaches. He adjusted my son and the pain's gone. My daughter was having pains, I believe growing pains, which led her to be a little bit difficult at times. We came in with her at 3 years old. She had an adjustment, and again, night and day. She was a happy girl again. You need to be open-minded. You need to just try. I truly believe Dr. Maykel saved my life, and I'll come back to him for the rest of my life.